Welcome back to the channel. I'm Joe Potter, and this is the Vintage Underground. We're in our fabrication and performance shop. So here at VU, we kind of have two paths that we go down. One is classic restoration, and the other being bespoke builds or custom, if you will. Sometimes the term is resto mod. Anything that happens in the restoration world tends to happen in our main shop, and that's a process, a well-defined process that we put a lot of effort into. Anything that happens on the bespoke side or the custom build side tends to start its life in this shop. And so, whereas restoration is a well-documented procedure to create something or actually put something back to where it was originally with a well-defined set of rules. On this side, we're making it all up. We're creating the core car from scratch based on an intent. So they're very different worlds. And so for us, they start in two different shops. They all end up at the same place in the body shop and then ultimately assembled. But starting out, the first half of the build, really completely different paths. This car is really representative of a bespoke build and how they start off life. So this is a Mercedes 230 SL, and it is most definitely a bespoke build. It may look like a 230 SL, but it has the underpinnings, the drivetrain and suspension from a late model AMG 55. So I think when we dynoed that engine before we put it in was, close to 600 horsepower. So that's not something that's going to sit well in a stock, 230 Pagoda body. So we have completely fabricated a chassis and structure for this car. The body that sits over the top is an original 230 SL body, but it's not a unibody anymore. It's part of a whole new structure that can withstand what we're making this car to do. There's an intent to make an incredibly powerful and capable car that looks like a vintage Mercedes SL. So it's kind of interesting the processes that happen at this stage and before this to get to this, even to this point. There's a lot of engineering, a lot of design, a lot of layout, and ultimately a lot of fabrication to make everything function. This is aesthetically, from the outside, a Mercedes 230 SL. On the inside, it's anything but. It is all modern and much more capable from a performance point of view. Even the AC and the air conditioning system, all that is all fabricated from scratch. And all that has to be well established before it ever gets to the point where we're even going to think about paint or assembly or anything like that. There's some really interesting processes that take place on this side of the business that are a lot of fun. We're really lucky where we get to play in the restoration world and we get to play here in the fabrication and bespoke world. So I think that's about it. On the next one, we'll probably go over to the mechanical shop and look at a restoration project. Hopefully one that's at about the same very early stages and give you a better feel of how different they are at this step in the process. I think that's it. Do appreciate y'all, and we'll see you on the next one.